everyone, welcome back to Medical Coding Club. This is Chandrika. So today we'll discuss case study from musculoskeletal system. Yesterday we discussed integumentary system. I hope it helps. And in the same way, I'm going to take one more repeated important case study from musculoskeletal system. And as I say, it's repeated and it's important. Please remember, it is not necessarily to come in exam, or I'm not saying it will come in exam, but as I said, it is repeated in many mock paper. Okay, and also the same question came in 2024 CPC exam, and I'm not sure that it will come in 2025 or not. Okay, so my approach here is to make you understand how they are questioning and what are the things that they may include in case study, because case study cost you 10 marks, right? So that is why I am making these videos. So yes, let's begin. So the first case study we have, so the operative report, the pre-operative diagnosis says it's a acute rotator cuff tear, and then post-operative diagnosis is also a same with synovitis. And now coming to the procedures involved in the case study. So here, as they have given the procedure name, it is like it can be resolved. Okay, so most of the time they don't identify what are the procedure they did, but in this case study they have given all the procedures in the beginning of the scenario itself. So firstly, what is rotator cuff repair? So rotator cuff repair is like it's a surgical fixation of this torn rotator cuff tendon to restore the shoulder function. Okay, and next, biceps tenodesis. Biceps tenodesis is like a reattachment of the biceps tendon to the humerus to release pain and also to improve the mobility. And then calviculectomy. So this is again a partial or complete removal of clavicle, that is collarbone. Okay, and now it can be usually done for the patient who have fracture or maybe arthritis. And lastly, it's a acromial ligament release. It's like a decompression procedure. Okay, to release or to relieve the shoulder pain. Okay, so it's like a decompression procedure. So again, indication, a rotator cuff injury of 32-year-old male sustained while having a playing soccer. And what are the findings? It's a complete tear of the right rotator cuff, synovitis, impingement. So let's see the procedure note. So here is a procedure and it's a big question, as you can see. So the patient was prepped for surgically in the right lateral decubitus position. Standard posterior arthroscopy portals were made, followed by an anterior superior portal. Diagnostic arthroscopy was performed. So when I say diagnostic arthroscopy was performed, please remember, whenever they perform surgical arthroscopy and diagnostic arthroscopy. So diagnostic arthroscopy is like they are doing it just to see or just to visualize. Surgical arthroscopy is like using arthroscopy, they are also going to perform the procedure. Okay, so when you see both diagnostic arthroscopy and surgical arthroscopy in the same question, you are supposed to code only for surgical arthroscopy. Okay, because diagnostic will be an integral part of the surgical procedure. So then significant synovitis was carefully debrided. There was a full thickness of upper third subcapillaries tear, so that is tear, which was repaired, and lesser tuberosity was debrided back to bleeding healthy bone, and MITIC 4.5 mm helix anchor was placed in the laser tuberosities. Sutures were passed through, and again subcapillaries in a combination of horizontal mattress and simple interpreted fashion. So yes, the question may go on. So you can just take a 2 minutes and please read complete question. So here it's like it not required to read whole question, because in the beginning of the question they have directed what are the procedure they have performed. Okay, so let's go by option and we'll see what are the incorrect options we will be having. Okay, so you can see there are modifier usage and there are multiple procedures in all the option. So we'll see what is the correct option, and first we'll focus on the what are the wrong options. Okay, so incorrect option B is incorrect, because in the option B there is no code for biceps tenodesis. Okay, so biceps tenodesis they have performed, but in the options we don't see the CPT, so you can just eliminate that. And also option C here, as I said earlier, diagnostic shoulder arthroscopy is included, so you don't have to report it separately. And lastly, again, biceps tenodesis procedure is not there, and again diagnostic arthroscopy is incorrectly included. Okay, so option B is wrong, option C is wrong, and option D is wrong. So the correct answer will be option A. Okay, so 29827 is a primary code, and then 29828 with 51 modifier, 29824 with 51 modifier, and lastly 29826. So you can see the breakdown here. So firstly we are coding for rotator cuff repair, that is 29827. So where we found that they are doing the repair procedure for rotator. So it is like in the initial of the scenario they are stating that full thickness rotator cuff tear was repairing using peak anchors. Okay, and also side to side sutures. So next, coming to biceps tenodesis. So biceps tenodesis, again it's a surgeon noted that the partial thickness tear of the long head of the biceps. It's an extending procedure. Okay, so which was released and anchored with a screw. So whatever the detachment is there, so they are trying to restore it using a screw. And then yeah, so you got the 29828. So we are going to utilize 51 modifier, because here we do have a multiple procedure, and we are dealing with the two primary procedures. So next, same way you can see 29824 and 29826. So the third procedure we have is claviculectomy, that is again as I said partial or complete removal of collarbone. So here they did that, the operative report mentions that resection of distal clavicle due to degenerative AC joint. Okay, so we can select 29824. Again we are utilizing 51 modifier because we do have a multiple procedure, and it specifically again it's a primary code. And then coming to acrominoplasty, so here 29826, it's again it's a subcrominal decompression, so it's just to relieve the pressure or a pain. Okay, so concluding all of these accurate procedure that they have performed, we are going to get our answer C. So we'll see the next question. So the case study 2 says preoperative diagnosis is right scaphoid fracture. Type of procedure is open reduction and internal fixation of right scaphoid fracture. So again they have directly mentioned what procedure they did. They did ORIF, that is open reduction and internal fixation. So and also procedure, you can see the patient was brought to the operating room, anesthesia having been administered, right upper extremity was prepped and wrapped in the sterile manner, the limb was elevated, and the pneumatic arm or a tourniquet was elevated, and an incision was made over a dorsal radial aspect. See, the incision was made over the dorsal radial aspect. Okay, so it says like what approach they did. So the incision, okay, the incision was made in the dorsal approach here. And again, skin flaps were elevated, cutaneous nerve branches were identified, very gently retracted, and the interval between second and third dorsal compartment of tendons were identified and entered. The respective tendons were retracted, and the dorsal see here, otomy, that is incision, capsulotomy incision was made, and the fracture was visualized. So it goes on, you can read the question, and guide wire is there. Okay, and also there is a confirmation about imaging guidance. Okay, there is a confirmation about imaging guidance. So all of this will tell you that they did open reduction and internal fixation. Okay, so you can just go by option here. So RT modifier we have used because it's a right side, and if you check the options you will get option A as correct, because this specifically the CPT code description says it's a open reduction and internal fixational procedure. Okay, let's see the answer. So yes, answer is option A, 25628 with RT modifier. So it correctly represents open reduction and internal fixation of scaphoid fracture. Okay, so I hope it helps. And other options are, directly you can eliminate, because the option B is like it's a closed treatment, and option C is like it's a dislocation repair, and option D is like it did through uh, you know the percutaneous fixation. Okay, so you don't have to utilize that. So yes, these two questions are repeated questions. So, and the first one, as I said, the same question was asked in 2024 CPC exam. And if you want to take some time and refer all the options, please go ahead and do that. Yes. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll try to come up with respiratory and cardiovascular case studies in my next video. Okay, so please come back and watch. I'm trying my best to deliver the best videos every day, but as it's weekend, I'm taking time and I'm doing it. So like, as you are liking the video, or if you felt it genuinely helping you, please do subscribe to my channel, and please do share with your medical coding friends. And most of you, I don't think you follow me on Instagram, so I'll add my Instagram link in the description. Please go ahead and follow there, so that I can build a proper connection with you guys, because there I'll update more, and in the YouTube generally the engagement is less. Okay, so that's it. And in the last video, as I mentioned, my live classes are going to start from March. Many of you queried like what are the things will be given. So I understood many of you were saying like only material are you providing. It's not like only material I am giving. Okay, and one thing you should remember, that you cannot easily get AAPC material from anyone. If someone is giving you for lesser money, then they are doing something, but it will not come under all these steps. Okay, so I also you know having that AAPC mentorship, I am into proper taking regular classes, and I am encouraging students in the classes, right? So I'm teaching them there. I'm not just giving some material, and I'm not just taking the money. Instead, whatever the duration I'll fix, I'll give the time, and I'll take the regular classes. Whatever the portion I'll tell, I'll complete it. Okay, so that's how these classes are working from last 2.5 years. So if you are really interested, you can WhatsApp, you can text me on WhatsApp. If you're calling me, definitely I'll not pick, because from Instagram, and many they'll call, but what to say, like sometimes they're students, sometimes they're not a student, so I don't generally prefer to take a call. So if you WhatsApp me whenever I'm free, I'll just go through the messages and I'll try to respond, and I'll share the details. Okay, immediately you'll get an AI response, so you'll get all the details. But still, when I see the message, I'll try to respond to you. Okay, so yes guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, thank you.